Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Verbling, and I am Teacher Oakley. Once again, it is time for Famous Quotes class. Today, we will be looking at famous quotes from noted American poet and author Maya Angelou. I think that you will enjoy these quotes, and as usual in the famous quotes class, students will take turns reading the quotes, and then we will discuss what we think about the quote, our opinion about the quote, share our opinion, as well as discuss what we believe the author's intention might be. You know the drill. It's famous quotes class here on Verbling. Okay. Hello, Heidi.
Hello.
Welcome.
In Japanese news, a woman bought second-hand furniture. From that furniture, she found $20,000.
Nice.
Yeah.
What, stuck in the furniture, like in the cushions or something?
No, the police didn't declare the details because they are looking for the owner of the money.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if they say some details, maybe someone said, "Oh, it's mine."
That's interesting. Yeah, in American law, that would be strictly if you sell it, you sell anything as is. And so that means if there's $20,000 in the cushion, you sold that $20,000. There is no way the original owner has
No, but
any legal claim.
the owner sold that furniture maybe less than $100.
Right.
So it's not included $20,000.
I understand what you're saying. I'm telling you, by American law, there is it's well known and well documented. Happens all the time. People sell things well under the value. They sell something at a garage sale or an antique shop, and then somebody finds out that it's priceless or worth thousands and thousands of dollars. Happens all the time, regularly.
Yeah, maybe the woman didn't report that in the police. Maybe she can own that money, but
right.
she's honest, so she reported.
Right, I understand. But my point being that in America, whether she reported it or not, she keeps it because she bought it. That was included in the item she bought. It's as is.
But there are many treasure hunters. There are the diving in the undersea of the triangle, right? Bermuda Triangle. But they need to share the gold, the pendant, or a lot of things with the government.
That is entirely different, right? Salvage. There are high taxes for salvage, and yes, that's a completely different story.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't matter. In America, if I buy a used car from you and you stupidly left money in the glove compartment, I bought that as is. That means if I bought it and I'm too stupid to check out the engine and there's no engine in the car, tough luck for me. Too bad for me. I'm so stupid I bought a car without an engine. Too bad for me. But on the other hand, if you left money in the car, too bad for you.
Oh, before I was renting the car in Hawaii. Then I found $20 under the seat. I owned it. It's okay. I was rented and I paid money for the car.
Sure. Like, yeah, that's a little extra bonus for you. Okay. Anyway, interesting point. But let's get to our subject, which is Maya Angelou, famous quotes. Heidi, have you ever heard of this person?
No, I don't know.
Don't know. How about you, Max? Hello, Max. Howdy, howdy.
Hello again. I've never heard about her.
Okay, I somewhat suspected that you guys may not have, but I'm hoping you'll be pleasantly surprised by her insightful quotes. How about you, Anton? Hi, Anton.
Oh, hi.
Hi. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Great.
How are you?
Good, good.
I,
Doing well. Have you ever heard of
I'm,
Maya?
I'm, I'm, I'm not pick up on on subject.
Well, this class is famous quotes class. I have this class every
Oh,
week, pretty much this time or very close to this time, where we look at a famous person and look at their quotes, and then we talk a little bit about them. If we agree or disagree with a quote, we use English to give our opinion, as well as talk about what we think maybe the meaning or the intention, really, of the author is. Anyway, the subject of this class is the famous person we're looking at. Her name is Maya Angelou. She's an American author. Very interesting person. Keiko, hey, Keiko.
Hey teacher, nice to
Well,
see you
hey.
again for
Uh,
more one class.
yeah, actually, I have a lot of classes today. Well, a few classes anyway. Anyway, how about you, Keiko? Have you ever heard of Maya Angelou?
No teacher, I have
No.
never heard about her.
Okay. All right. All right. I'll just so when we're debating the author's intention, we'll have an idea. I'll give you some background if nobody's ever heard of her. But first, maybe Saiban has heard of her. Saiban, hello.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
Hi. How have you been?
Oh, terrible. Terrible weather. It's really boring. And I split 3 times in front of people. That was really embarrassing. Embarrassing.
You split. You slipped.
That's a slip. I'm sorry.
Slip.
I slipped. I slipped. Slipped in front of some kids. Wasn't important. I mean, but I still felt shy because
Yeah.
just slip in front of people is not because of the road. The whole roads are icy here,
Yeah.
and I mean you cannot walk. You cannot walk down, or you cannot walk on the road, especially at night. During night, it
Mm-hmm.
become icy, and we have a black ice. Is really
Right.
dangerous, even for the car. To
Oh
drive the
yeah.
car.
I
Yes.
know. I'm from the
Yeah.
north. I'm from the Northeast in the United
So,
States.
so you know,
So I
you
very
know
much
better
know.
than I. Yes.
Yeah, it's impossible to get through a winter without falling down on the ice at least once.
Yes.
Im-
Yes.
just impossible. Very difficult for old people,
Yes. Sure.
brittle bones and such. Yeah, it truly is a health hazard. Anyway, welcome to the class.
Oh,
Uh,
thank you.
Saiban, have you ever heard of Maya Angelou?
Oh, unfortunately, no. I heard that she is very famous, but I don't have any background, I mean,
So you,
or information about her. Maybe you can give us some
sure.
information about her.
Sure. So for you, the name rings a bell, so to speak. In English, if we recognize a name, but we can't remember where we heard it, a name or any information. It sounds familiar, but we can't really remember. We say it rings a bell. Yeah, sure. Let me just bend your ear for a moment and tell you a little bit about this person. Very interesting. She recently passed away. Well, about a year ago, actually. She passed away. She was an American author, poet, amongst other things. A little bit of an actress. Um, Probably her most famous book is "I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings." Now, Maya Angelou is an African American woman. She was a Confederate, a friend to Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X during the 1960s, the Civil Rights Movement. She's interesting to me because she had a very She grew up poor. She had a very, very difficult background. And yet she started writing when she was very young. She was quite prolific. Many plays, many books, several books of poetry. She wrote 7 autobiographies about herself. Essays, every kind of writing you've ever, essays, poetry, short stories, novels, movie scripts, television, screenwriting, pretty much every kind of writing you can imagine. Very interesting, because in her early life when she was poor, she was a fry cook, a prostitute, a nightclub dancer and performer. She was in plays as an actress. She was a journalist who was sent to Africa, Egypt, Ghana. After her writing became famous, she became a journalist. Then she was heavily involved with civil rights. And in fact, famously, she recited a poem during the inauguration for Bill Clinton to sort of introduce him, only the second poet ever to do that, the first being Robert Frost. Anyway, a lot of her books are very famous, and they've made movies. I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings is one. They've made movies of quite a few of her books. Anyway, in a bookstore, you're definitely going to find a lot of works by Maya Angelou, and she has a unique background to talk about society and social change and social issues, and I think we'll see that when we look at her quotes. Shall we get to her quotes, or do you guys have any questions about my little biographical speech regarding Maya, Ms. Angelou? No? All right, let's get to the quotes. Okay, I'm going to do a screen share here. And we'll talk about these. Okay, here we go. All right, Heidi, can you read our first quote, please?
Okay, I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Oh, okay. Straightforward.
What's that?
Very easy to understand.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. Her quotes are not. They're very straightforward and direct and pointed, we can say. Right to the point. She doesn't really fool around. But nevertheless, I feel very good points. Right on target. What do you think of this quote?
Yeah, I think so. If someone give me sadness, I'll never forget that. But then I learned something from that. I don't want to give the same feeling to others.
Right. Okay. That's a very good point. Max, what do you think of this quote? Do you like it? Is it?
I think she was trying to say that our feeling is most important for us than.
Okay.
I don't know.
More important.
Yeah, more important than.
Comparative.
I don't know what. Then something else.
Well, okay, maybe more than intellectual. You know. Yeah, more important than intellectual matters or just situational, everyday matters. What we really remember is what we feel. Do you think that's true, Max? Or
yeah, actually, I disagree with you.
You do?
I think,
okay.
I think it depends on person. Some person
Hmm.
I couldn't forget anything, but yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember only good things, but sometimes it's so hard to remember uh, wrong feeling and wrong. I don't know.
Okay, well, all right. You're a nice guy. A lot of people only remember
You think?
bad things, really. I don't know. I see this quote and I kind of remember my oldest memories, like as a child. Anton, how about you when you're drifting
Oh,
down?
I like the
Down.
quote.
Uh-huh.
I like the
Okay.
quote. Uh, I think it means that you must keep your tongue before teeth to don't hurt people's feelings.
I
And
think I think
actually,
okay.
actually, good man always watch for his tone.
Okay. Watch your tongue. What was the expression you used, Anton? I like that. Keep your tongue behind your
uh,
teeth. Was that?
behind the teeth, yeah.
Oh, interesting. I I'm not familiar with that. In
It's
English, we have similar. Hold your tongue. Learn to hold your tongue. Maybe a
Oh,
similar idea.
I'm actually just translated literally my thoughts, and
Uh-huh.
I
Learn
don't
to
know that.
hold your tongue. Well, that's interesting. Where are you from, Anton? What is your
I'm
native
from
language?
Siberia. I'm from Siberia.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I
Uh,
like your. I'm from Siberia. I'm not from Russia. I'm from Siberia. I like. I'm also from Siberia.
yeah, very good. Okay, I like that. I mean, I totally understood it. I like learning those new expressions. You should keep your tongue behind your teeth. Great. Thank you for sharing that. All right. Uh, Keiko. Uh, Keiko, what do you think of this quote? Do you tend to remember, and do you tend to remember how people made you feel? Do you think that's realistic?
Yeah, teacher. I think that she, as an artist,
Mm.
had the mission to to make people feel, to make to transfer, to to awaken the feelings of her readers.
Ah, yeah. Well,
And
that's
she, okay,
go ahead. Go ahead if you'd like. I
and
was
she as an activist had the mission to do things and to provoke and to move people in the direction of the action.
hmm right. And if you're familiar with her works or not, you are spot on. That was basically what she was very, very good at, invoking the emotions of her readers or watchers. As I said, she did movie scripts and other types of media as well. And you're
Yeah,
right, civil rights speeches as well. So
yeah.
you are right about that.
Okay, thank you,
Yeah,
teacher.
yeah.
I think it depends on the person. Some people some people are are people of good speeches. They have the eloquence.
Okay.
Other
hmm
others have the power to do to put in practice, and others have the capacity to, as you said, to invoke the feelings
Mm-hmm.
of their audience.
Mm-hmm.
All of that are useful if it is well used.
Right. Used for good. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, used for good.
Couple great. Well, one vocabulary word. I'll add another. Eloquent. Very good. Many people would describe Maya Angelou as being eloquent. Eloquent means able to speak well in an elegant, aesthetic way, in a poetic and engaging way. So the listeners really want to listen. It's beautifully, speak beautifully, and articulate. I just want to introduce this another English word. If someone's articulate, it has the sense that they're extremely clear and to the point. So I like that Keiko used this because I find this author to be both eloquent and articulate. She writes beautifully, and she is really direct. It is extremely clear, usually, that the point that she's trying to make. So thank you for sharing your thoughts there, Keiko.
Thank you,
We've
teacher.
had another student join us, and I just want to quickly welcome him to the class. Hello, Murat.
Hello, yeah. Hello, teacher. How are you?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Oh, well, thanks. I was listening to you, but I decided to join you now.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and any viewers out there, you want to join the class, come on in. It's no big deal when you entered the class. It's all cool. So thank you for joining us.
You're welcome.
Saiban, you will never forget how people made you feel. Well, Saiban, will you ever forget how embarrassed you were falling down on the ice?
Okay, yes. Actually, teacher, we have this code in my language, in Kurdish language. I mean, in my
Really?
native language. Yes, but in negative. Just when people make you to feel negative in negative feeling, you will never forget it. This is the it's famous code in our language,
Really?
and
Okay.
yeah, and I totally agree with this code, but in the negative feeling, sometime sometime happy people will even will forget the happy feeling or interesting feeling, but they will never. I think this is my opinion. They will never forget the sadness or the desperation or whatever the not happy feeling. In the negative way, yeah, I agree. So the feeling that make you, make the person embarrassment or unhappy.
Right.
Absolutely, he will never or she will never forget it. And I have a strong memory, thank God that, but it make a problem for me because I have some this feeling. I get this feeling from people. There are some people in my life, they make this feeling for me, and I never forget this feeling, and I still remember everything. And whenever I remember this feeling, it make me ready to feel a desperation or to feel sadness.
Okay. Now I'm listening to all you guys. It's very interesting to me that some people lean towards the idea that you never forget when people make you feel good. Others seem to be leaning toward the idea you never forget when people make you feel negatively. Interesting. Does that depend on the individual? What kinds of things you remember? Do you choose to remember? Murat, what do you think of that whole
Actually,
concept? Do people choose
yeah,
what to remember? What do you think?
yes, actually that, but I think that emotions are more sensitive than words.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
if you listen to somebody and then if you feel bad, and I will never forget it. But if
Hmm.
somebody told me that if someone told me bad things, and I don't know. Actually, I will forget it after
Hmm.
some time, and I just it. But we choose. We choose. Actually,
Yeah,
if we concentrate on words, actually, we will never forget.
yeah. Okay.
This is this,
Interesting.
this is my opinion, actually.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. All right. Let's okay. Let's look at the next one here. Max, Heidi, I'm going to come back to you in a second. I'll let you comment, but maybe we'll go backwards. I don't know. Max, can you read this one for me?
My mother said I must always be intolerant of ignorance, but understanding of illiteracy. That some people unable to go to school were more educated and more intelligent than college professors. That
Uh,
some people
huh.
were more.
Well, what do you think of that?
Uh,
Is there any part you're unsure of the vocabulary, or
yeah, no. I understand all of that, but I think what to say. Yeah, I agree. Of course, I agree that it's doesn't matter how much degree do you have, and more
okay?
educated and more intelligent would be people who never was in the school,
Okay, it's possible.
never
Okay,
never went to the school. Yeah, some
all
kind
right.
of.
Doesn't matter how many degrees you have, not how
Uh,
much degrees, how many. Interestingly, Maya Angelou holds 50 degrees.
yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
Interestingly, I don't know, how that falls into it. I also have to share with you, just everyone, my my grandmother never went to university, but I considered her to be an extremely intelligent person. But she had a word for the kind of people that were highly educated, but just so stupid, would do things like not put oil in their car, and their car engine would blow up, and then they couldn't figure out why. That's one example which I actually clearly remember. She had a word for these people. She called them, she would say, he's an educated idiot. That's it.
Period.
Period. That's it. Period. You're right. An educated idiot. The world is full of educated idiots, she would tell me. Oh, yeah. So true, Grandma. Okay. I don't know if I agree with this quote or not. Heidi, what do you think?
Yeah, I know some educated professor, but very stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I know that I definitely agree with that part. But I don't know if about this first part, though, to tell you the truth. I must always be intolerant of ignorance. I don't know how to interpret that because, frankly, if we're talking about, for example, fashion, I am ignorant. I'm a complete moron. There's another thing in English which even native speakers don't understand the definition of ignorance sometimes. Well, some do and some do not. Ignorance simply means you don't know
Only some area.
something.
Someone,
Yeah,
someone don't know about something, anything.
right.
For example, this person is African American. I'm not sure.
Yes, she is.
African people are started long years, but the other people didn't know about that. Even though they explained how their life was hard, but other people, rich people, educated people, don't understand. So it's
Yeah.
kind of ignorance, but should be tolerant. They are not bad.
Okay. Well, thank you. Right. Okay. All right. Very good. All right. So to be ignorant does not mean to be stupid. It just means you simply don't know. Now, another expression, which I don't know, I think I've read this before, but must be honest with you, I feel very strongly about, and that really, to be blunt, really pisses me off. I'll just say it. Willful ignorance. When people choose to not know. I don't want to know about your problem, and I just hate you. I don't want to know about poor people and their problems. I just think that they are lazy and they just don't work hard enough.
Yeah, I remember before in France, there are lack of food and many poor people. They had the demonstration. Then Marie Antoinette, do you know, the queen,
Right.
she saw that from the wind. So what they are doing? They want to get food, bread. And then Marie Antoinette said, if they don't have any bread, they should eat cakes.
Let them eat cake. Another famous quote from another source, but yeah, that's it. Let them eat cake.
That's ignorant.
Sure, that's willful ignorance. And when people, they don't know about something, whatever, global warming or political situations or whatever, and they just choose a side without actually doing any research, they choose to be ignorant and make an opinion. And that makes me crazy. But I don't know about ignorance just because you don't know or they weren't exposed to things. That's the problem I have with this quote. Anyway, that's just me. Anton, how about you? What do you think of this quote?
Well, I think the grades not define your intelligence.
Pardon me?
The grades does not define your
Oh,
does
okay.
not define your
Range. Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
Yes, teacher.
That was really
Yeah,
weird.
yes, we are.
the Google just kicked us out.
Did all get kicked out too?
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Me
Yes,
too.
teacher.
Weird. Okay. That was strange. Okay. Apparently somebody doesn't like what we're talking about. It's a conspiracy. Okay, well that was odd. I was just Anton, just a point of grammar, English grammar. Okay, grades plural do not measure intelligence instead of does not. Okay. Okay, well, all right. Point taken. Keiko. Okay, let me throw the quote back up there so you can reference it. That was strange. That must have been right from the server or something. Anyway, okay, Kyle,
In
what
the
do you think of
first
this quote? Yeah.
in the first sentence, she said that she is intolerant of ignorance, but she doesn't say she is intolerant with the ignorance.
Ah, good point. Okay, good point. Not the people, but the idea.
Yeah, in-
Ah,
intolerant with the condition.
the condition. That would be better.
Yeah,
Better way to say it. Ah, right.
may,
Good
maybe
observation.
maybe because of that she was an activist in order to educate people to
Ah,
to get them out of the situation of ignorance and giving them literacy and more education, more attitude.
right. Okay. Actually, thank you. That kind of clears things up for me. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. Good observation, and thank you for clarifying that. Uh, good one. Um, Saiban, any thoughts here before we
Yes, teacher. I want to just comment, if you don't
please?
mind, teacher. Um,
Absolutely.
okay. Actually, I can't just relate this quote to what's happened right now in our country. As you know, we are really attacked by some barbarian peoples. They call it themselves ISIL, whatever. So
Hmm.
the most strange thing for me right now, there are some professor, there are some higher educated people. They join this group. I mean, even from Western countries, there's a lot of people. They are from Western countries, and they join those people. I don't know why. I mean, how can they? I mean,
Me
okay,
neither.
so they are educated people, but they are very stupid. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, how those
I do know.
people, will persuade a professor, or I mean somebody get higher education, and to just persuade him or lure him, just to say, okay, come to here and do the jihad. This is not the jihad. This is not
Yeah,
what Islam told us. I don't want to just turn the class to the religion class. No, but they are educated people. They
yeah.
are, I mean, they are intelligent people, but looks
I
like they are not.
I very much. Just before class, I was reading about how they were destroying Abyssinian
Yeah,
antiquities
in
in
museum.
Mosul. Yeah, museum pieces. You know,
Yes.
really, and the word that comes to my mind to teach you a little English while we're on the topic, unfathomable. I just can't even. I begin to have an idea why people would join this group. What can possibly be gained from destroying the culture of humanity, to say nothing about Muslim,
Yes,
what,
is
what can be
we
gained by that? I don't understand. And
we
as you said, why would anyone join into this? I can't,
I
I don't
can't
have the
believe it.
tiniest idea. I don't get it.
I mean,
Unfathomable.
okay, I mean, I don't want to take, I mean, take the time, spend the time, but waste the time. But do you know? I mean, This is we. I swear God, this is the. I mean, I don't know how many times I swear God. I tell people there's not the Islam. I swear God, those people are not following Islam. I swear God,
Yeah.
those people are
Yeah.
not. I swear I am Muslim. I swear God, this is not the Islam that they are applying. They are
Hmm.
saying, oh, this, but I swear God, this is not the Islam. I swear God, I don't know how to tell the
Yeah.
people.
Well,
uh,
it's,
anyway, teacher.
I guess truly ignorance. I guess. I suppose. I don't know. I don't know either. I find it amazing, astounding. Uh, Mira, oh, look, quickly, got to say hi to Nader. Hey there, Nader. Hello, hello. Welcome to the class. Little trouble getting in, maybe. I don't know. Murat. Nader? Okay, anyway, Murat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. What are your, got any last comments about this one?
Yes. Okay, I have a comment.
Great.
Actually, I want to say we need to learn how to be a human. Yeah, firstly, and then I think if we learn how to be a human, and then we don't care about anything, and it is not about education, it is not about intelligence. If you are a human, you don't care about education so much. Of course, it is important, but if you speak to some people, if it is not uneducated, they are uneducated, but they can be intelligent. Because
Uh-huh.
they are able to.
Right. Okay. Right. Uh, I think I understand what you're saying. I like your idea. Learning to be a human would be the first step in anybody's education. I hope so. Uh, all right. Well, here's some advice, and pretty much to the point. Anton, can you read this one?
If you
For me.
don't like something, change it. If you can change it, change your attitude. Don't complain.
Hmm. Well, this one is a little more open to interpretation. What do you think she's trying to say here, Anton? Do you have any idea?
Well, actually, it looks clear to me, but
Oh, really? Okay.
I can't explain it in another words.
Okay. If you think about it, if you want to say something, I'll give you some time. If you'd like to say something about it a little later, I'll come back to you.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Okay. Change up the order here a little bit. Keiko, what do you think of this quote? How do you interpret what is she trying to say here?
I think it is similar to another that says be yourself, the change you wish you want to see in the world.
Okay. Be the change you want to see in the world.
Yeah, be the
Like
change
that.
you want to see in the world.
Who said that? Do you remember? I remember that quote too. I think I covered that in class. I don't remember who it was.
I don't remember.
Okay, all right. Anyway, no problem. No big deal. Okay, all right. Uh, Heidi, what do you think of this quote?
Yeah, I think we can't change any person the characteristic. Even though I received a very bad attitude or feeling, but I can't complain about that. I can do only thing is to make some distance from that person.
Mm,
I don't want to complain about that.
okay. So your attitude change would be just to create distance between you and something you don't like.
Yeah, that's
Like
right.
that?
Mhm.
Okay, I see. Yeah. Yeah, in English we have another expression, there's no sense beating a dead horse. So something that you can't change, I guess. I mean, the idea that there's something you can't change, like a dead horse, you can't wake him up by beating him to death. It's not going to really help.
I complain about that, but I can't change other people. Only I feel sad after that, so I decided not to mingle with that kind of people.
Going back to the first quote, actually. Kind of. All right, Max, what do you think?
I remember another quote, some kind of, if you want to change world, start from yourself. Something like
Right, very close to what Keiko
yeah.
said, express. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I agree. This quote. It's, I don't know.
Do you
Very
think change?
straightforward.
Okay, you guys all see it as straightforward. Maybe I'd see it as straightforward but difficult. Sometimes it's very difficult to change your attitude. It's not like changing a tire on your car. You know what I mean?
Back to last quote about
yeah.
What we are talking about.
Yeah. This one.
I just wanted to ask you to who you think is an intelligent and smart person.
That's an enormous question. That's a tough question. I really like what Murat had to say.
I
An
have
intelligent
answer.
person. You have an answer. Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
If you agree with that person, you think he is a smart person. But if you disagree, this
funny.
Simple enough.
It's simple. I like the quote. I forgot who said it about when you're driving. Did you ever notice? It was a comedian. It was George Carlin, I think. Famous comedian said, "Have you ever noticed when you're driving that everybody else is either an idiot because they're driving too slow, or they're a maniac and crazy because they're driving too fast?"
Yeah.
I like that one. The irony, of course, is everybody thinks that. So by everybody else's view, you're an idiot. I like that quote. That's a good one. Okay, Murat. Any comments about this one, about the changing?
But what you said before me, it is so hard to change your attitude.
Yeah.
I think. You will try change something if you don't like, but if you will not try change your attitude, it's absolutely like that.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, it's
tough. It's balance between what's easy to change it or change your attitude.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. And you're absolutely right. There is a balance. We have other expressions like pick your battles or choose your battles. You can't change everything in the world. You can't save the world. Nobody can, but you can pick your fights or pick your battles. And so you can try to change some things, and other things either you stay angry or you change your attitude. Yeah. You're absolutely right. It has to be a balance. You can't. No human could try to change everything. I mean, really. Saiban, how about you? You got any last thoughts on this one?
Yeah, actually, it is the solution for this problem. I mean, if you cannot change something, changing your attitude, it's really hard. Yeah, I agree with you. The rest of the class. it's really hard. You have to sacrifice when you want to change the attitude. But anyway, teacher, I mean, the world it's not a stable world. Every day we got a new thing. I mean, it's you have to adapt yourself with the changing. I mean, whether this changing is positive or negative. So I mean,
Yeah.
you have to adapt. You have to. I mean, you don't have any choice. Sometime you have to adapt with the new situation. So whatever you try to do, but eventually you have to change your attitude. Sometime we don't have any choice.
Yeah. So, Saban, I know you're a young man. You got your whole
Yeah.
life ahead of you. I'll tell you, when I was a young man, I couldn't wait for the changes in my life. And now that I'm a lot older, I can't wait for 2 days in a row where nothing happens.
Yeah. It's too
Oh,
hard.
thank God, nothing happened at all today. Whew.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. Okay, last one. Saiban, actually, I'd like you to go ahead, continue for a second, and read this quote because this is a quote from her most famous book, actually. I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. This is
Okay.
kind of interesting. Go ahead and read it for us, please.
Okay. A bird does not sing because it has an answer. It sings because it has a song.
Hmm. This one's very poetic. Hmm. I'll let that sink in for a minute. What? What does that mean, do you think? Heidi, I'll go back to you here. Do you have any ideas, any thoughts about this quote?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Maybe someone doesn't complain about something because she knows about answer. So the person doesn't have anything to do, to say, to appear. No?
Okay. I'm not sure. Not sure if I understand you. I'm not sure if I understand Maya Angelou either, but I'm not. Yeah,
Me
not
too.
sure. You too. Okay. Well, Keiko, what do you think? You're good at this quote interpretation. What do you think of this quote?
I think it is related to the anterior because it is telling us about the attitude of the bird. A
Okay.
bird doesn't complain because there isn't an answer to him. It it sings because he has a song. He put his talent on the service of the others. Um, as
Okay.
we can say, um,
Yeah. This is a tough one. Okay. All right. This sounds interesting. Okay. Murat, any thoughts here?
Yeah, but
Okay.
actually, I can take this sentence to everywhere because it is like a political way, you know. If
Yes, it
you,
is.
yeah, if you don't have an answer, but if you have something to show people, show it to people, and you can. But if it works, you know, I don't know if you understand me what I
Kind
meaning,
of.
what I'm meaning. But yeah, this so hard sentences to to make a comment.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Like this is super highly charged, super advanced English right here, right now. Yeah, it is. I don't know how to answer this myself, you guys. I'm hoping you guys will give me an answer. Will give me an idea. Max, can you give me a clue what I'm thinking? Help me out.
I don't know. It's
Okay.
maybe when you have answer, you don't have you don't have any reason to sing, to complain about something. But if you don't have answer, you try to, I don't know.
I don't know either, but okay. I was hoping that you guys, being from different cultures, you guys would give me some, spark some ideas, because I feel like I am locked into the whole English speakers ideas about a bird singing. Uh, for English speakers, birds sing. It's like an expression of joy and happiness. So it's difficult for me to work through this quote because I have this whole concept of a bird song being, you wake up and the birds are singing, oh, joy, happiness. So it's difficult for me to wrestle with this whole idea of the bird doesn't sing because it has an answer. I can understand the second part. It sings because it has a song, because it has the joy of life. There's this whole idea that a bird's song is expressing the joy of life, basically, in English. So I have a hard time reconciling this first part. Okay, maybe that's all it's saying. Maybe she's just simply saying a bird is not trying to teach us anything. It's just glad to be alive and singing its song of joy. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's not trying to express any specific information to us. It's just singing because it's gosh darn happy. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what she's trying to say. I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry, teacher. Can I just
Yeah, Saiben, please.
I think, teacher, sometime people will express their pain because sometimes will express their pain, but we don't understand. I mean, so maybe bird when it's sung inside the cage, we don't understand the feeling, but maybe it's express or I mean whatever it's pain, but we don't. So it's really hard.
Okay. Well, as I said, her most famous book is called "I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings," and it is definitely a very moving book. I have read it quite some years ago. It's been a while, but it is a very moving novel about the young childhood of a young American woman and the difficulties that she had to go through and still maintain her positive attitude. Is basically what it is. And the thing is, I've seen interviews with this woman, Maya Angelou. What a positive! It's unbelievable what a positive person she is. Really, she truly is inspiring just to hear her. In any case, guys, really great class today. Very interesting discussion. I thank you all for your very valuable comments and contributions to the class. I'll see you guys again next time.
Thank you so
Gotta
much,
say
teacher.
goodbye.
Thank you,
All
teacher.
right.
See you later.
Have a good day.
Thank you,
Bye.